welcome back. So I'm going to tie a wee lock fly. This one's called the Johnston. Now, the Johnston was tied by a gentleman, it was actually a Reverend Derek Johnston from Talbot. Now, originally tied the fly to fish in a duck fly hatch, but this fly works all year round, even in the smaller still waters and some of the reservoirs around the country here. This will work. Now the hook and the vise is a size 12, you can tie them from a 10 down to a size 14. The thread I'm going to use is the Uni Thread 801 Black. So we're just going to come in and catch our thread a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook. Now I'm just going to work my thread down just until I come to the bend of the hook. Then we can remove the waist tag. Now, on the Reverend's original pattern, he would have used a hot seals fur at the tag, and you can't do that. If you want to do that, you work away and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some uni mailer in peacock and orange. And obviously we're going to use the peacock side. So let's take a length off here. Or sorry, the orange side. So we need to tie it in with the peacock side facing up. So just catch it out the back, and then just work your thread around the bend a wee bit, just to where you want your tag to start, and then come back up. Now, to protect this, the best thing to do is to put on a wee drop of super glue, just a wee lick. You don't need too much, because if you put too much on, it will just seep out through the tinsel, and it'll turn the tinsel white through time once moisture gets into it. Now, a couple of turns will catch that in, because the glue's doing the work for you there, and just trim away the waste. I'm just going to put a wee lick of wax onto my thread. The reason why you very rarely will you see me using wax, this thread here, when I took it out of the box, it's very weak, so I don't know if a bit of moisture has got into it when it's been in transit or whatnot. Now, the tail, you're going to tip it. This is one here that I have dyed sunburst, so nice and bright. Just offer this up, just come around with a couple of loose turns. That's just going to hold your tip. But obviously that's too long. Then just come in and just pull it in to the length. It's still a wee bit too long for me that you want it. It's going to be grand there for me. And then just tighten up with your thread turns. Come in and trim away the waist. The rib, you're just looking some oval gold tinsel. This one here's a size 14, doesn't want to catch in for me. And then just work your thread forward. Now the wax, there's one thing about wax, it will make your thread stronger. That's a given. It's not all the time that I use it, and that's why it just builds up everywhere. Now, the body, I'm using this is some prison dub, the bug dub, the SLF, and this is a mix. It's already been pre-mixed, so I haven't mixed it. This is the way it comes out of the dispenser. I'll just show you that one there, brown olive. If you don't have this, just take a dark olive seals fur or any other dubbing and just mix it 50-50 with some brown dubbing. Okay, just going to take away some of the excess there that I don't need. Then we'll bring up our rib, and we're looking 4 turns of the oval gold tinsel up the body. Just catch this in, then come in and trim away the waist. Anything that wants to go forward, just slick it back. Bring your thread back up tight against the body. The front hackle, you're just looking at smallish black cock or hen hackle. Now this is a cheap Indian hen cape, it's on its last legs, but there's some nice wee feathers still at the bottom of the cape, and you're roughly looking anywhere between 2 to 3 turns of this. Now I'm just going to catch it in, working my thread down to the eye again, then come in and fold the tip back, catch in the tip, and then we're just going to fold the hackle fibres back, one turn front to the other. Put one more on, it's going to do it there, it's plenty. Follow this around with your thread. Nice and tight turns heading down towards the eye. You can break away the stem. Now, if you don't feel comfortable breaking away the stem, just cut it away. And working it back up. Then the wing. We're just looking at some bronze mallard for the wing. Got a feather right here. So just take away all the rubbish at the bottom. Now with it being a size 12, you don't need to be overdoing it with the wing. Just bring enough out to make your wing, tear it away. Now what I'm going to do here is just fold this in, so I'm going to try and do this on camera, and I'll just show you what you're wanting to do is you want to fold it in from the shorter side up, and the amount of times you fold it in, it's really up to you. So it's usually about 3 times that I like to fold it in, and then that gives you your wing. Then the length of the wing, it's up to you. You can have it the same length of a tail or longer. That's your own preference. I just like to tie it as a wee impression of a wing, just probably half the length of the golden pheasant tippet. Just come around with a couple of turns. Now you have your thread waxed, so you have plenty of grip. Then you can just have a wee look, see what way you're sitting. Now I'm happy enough with that. I'm just going to come in and hold the wing, just don't want it to move, and then just trim away the waist. Then bring your thread to the eye and build up your head. Now you've got the strength there because of the wax, so you don't need to put any more wax on, because you'll build the head up, and then when it comes to super glue and varnishing it'll cause you a bit of an issue. At this point just come in with your whip finishing tool. If you want a whip finish. Now the first person I seen doing that wee trick, putting the wax on their finger, was Mr. McPhail. So happy enough with that. Now just a wee like a super glue right around the head. Now, just be careful, you don't want to touch. There's a wee fibre here, just get that away. You don't want to be touching your wing or your hackle with this glue. It'll just cause you problems. And then what I like to do, because you can see the built up, the super glue at the eye, don't know if you can see that or not. So you just come in with your needle, I'll just give you around your head, and there you go guys. So that's the Johnston, well supposedly it's a slight variant because it didn't use the seals for at the back. There's the other team. Oh, that's the rest of them there. So tie a few of those up. It's definitely one for your box, especially if you fish the Irish locks, the Johnston. Dead easy to tie them. I don't really ever tie them in 10s, it's usually 12s and 14s for myself that I would fish those on the middle dropper. So hopefully you can tie a few of those up. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video, it's greatly appreciated, and all being well, I'll see you on the next one guys. Bye.